fighting here has lasted from May 8th, when the opening shots were fired at Laurel Hill. We've now gone 10 days of near constant combat, and Grant decides to use a war of maneuver instead. He gives instructions for the army to pull back, make its way towards Telegraph Road and other avenues south to begin maneuvering towards the North Anna River. On April 9th, 1864, Grant had told Meade, General Lee's army will be your objective. Wherever he goes, you will go also. But Grant's changing it up. He's going to put pressure on Robert E. Lee. The closer he gets to Richmond, the enemy will have to follow. Right? Lee will have to follow. And so Grant is not giving Lee the opportunity to have the initiative. Seemingly every other Union commander had done that. They had surrendered the initiative to Robert E. Lee at their own peril. Grant's not going to do that. We're going to make this push to the North Anna River. There's going to be one more day of fighting on May 19th. As Grant swings around, Lee tries to cut off Grant's base of supplies or supply line on the Fredericksburg Road, what is modern-day Courthouse Road today. That fighting is what's called the Harris Farm fighting. So slightly confusing, right? Harrison Farm is right there. Harris Farm is a little whiles away. That's the last fighting of the Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse. Lee is unable to break through. The Union base of supplies remains strong, and the Union Army is able to escape. We'll give George Gordon Meade the last word here. We did not have the big battle, which I expected yesterday. As on advancing, we found the enemy so strongly entrenched that even Grant thought it useless to knock our heads against a brick wall. He directed a suspension of the attack. We should now try to maneuver again so as to draw the enemy out of his stronghold and hope to have a fight with him before he can dig in himself into an impregnable position. Now we know, in hindsight, that doesn't happen, right? The Union Army runs into trenches at North Anna, it runs into trenches at Totopotomoy, it runs into trenches at Cold Harbor, and the Army will have to keep attacking. So this campaign continues. These armies have fought for, they started on May 5th in the Wilderness. They have fought now for almost 2 weeks, and the war is changing. Now in the past, Gettysburg, Chancellorsville, and Antietam, the 7 days even, these armies have asked its soldiers to fight, give it your all for 24 hours. See what you can give us. Well, that's gone. And it's replaced by this constant campaign of attrition, of morale, of constant beating down. And so more will be asked of these soldiers, U.S. and Confederate. More will be asked of these officers. And unfortunately, that means more will die in the days to come. Right, but finally, after 18 months of combat, the area around Fredericksburg falls silent. There are no more battles. Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Wilderness, Spotsylvania, there are no more battles fought in this area. And it's left to the survivors, the veterans, and the civilians who called this shattered place home to pick up the pieces.